5 more weight loss tips that are going to help you achieve your weight loss goals in 2022. What's going on, guys? It's Tom here. Welcome back to my channel and happy 2022. Now, because it's a new year, generally people set resolutions and most of those resolutions revolve around weight loss. So today we're going to be checking out 5 more weight loss tips that are going to help you achieve your weight loss goals in 2022. Now, if you're new here, welcome. My name's Tom Newsham. I've been a personal trainer of about 8 years, and over the years I've been helping my clients get into shape using some of the advice that we're going to discuss in this video, and also some future tips and tricks which we'll save for future videos. So this is part 2, a follow-up to a previous video I did about 6 months ago. So go check out that video there if you feel like you need some more fat loss advice. Now, if you follow the advice in this video and the previous video, there's no way that you're not going to achieve your weight loss goals this year. All you've got to do is smash the like button, hit subscribe, ring the bell so you don't miss any future content, and follow these pieces of advice. And this is really a blueprint I've used for all of my clients in the past, including myself, when I've tried to lose a little bit of weight, and it really does work. It's very, very effective advice. So without further ado, let's get in to tip number 1. So tip number 1, which is probably the most important on this list, is to follow a diet that you enjoy. Now, this might seem too good to be true, because we've been conditioned to think that dieting should be a painful process, that dieting really is all about eating salad and dry chicken breast. It's not the case at all.
A lot of dietary restrictions. I didn't eat carbs for like 2 months.
I'll have some fish, either some cod or some salmon, which I f***ing hate, by the way. I hate salmon. I've salmon out of my ears.
Chicken, fish, maybe steak, always protein 6 times a day. Protein, steamed vegetables, and occasionally some brown rice.
Now, you need to find a diet that you enjoy, that you can follow more or less for the rest of your life, that works, because when you do, you'll be able to lose the weight over a slower period of time and you'll be able to keep that weight off. The issue we have with diets is they usually have to end. And once they end, that's usually when the weight gets piled back on. And really, when most people diet, they're just simply not getting enough calories. It's a very painful process. They're eating foods they don't enjoy. And because of that, the diet doesn't really last very long. Kind of lasts about 2, 3, maybe 4 weeks. And then they go back to their old way of eating and they just say, I can't diet, it's too hard. Now, if you've ever felt like that, you are 100% doing it wrong. A lot of your favorite foods, you will find low calorie versions of that you can enjoy and you can lose weight very, very easily on. Now, this links into tip number 2, which is find lower calorie versions of food that you love. So let's pick a very common favorite food for a lot of people: pizza. Now, if you don't like pizza, that's okay. We don't discriminate here, but it is a little bit weird and you should maybe seek professional help on that, because pizza is one of the greatest creations ever. Having said that, it can be very, very high in calories. In fact, did you know a Domino's pizza can be anywhere from 2,000 to even 3,000 calories if you're going for a medium or a large? And the more toppings you get on that, the higher the calories. So what do? Do we just resign ourselves that we're not going to be able to eat pizza for the rest of our diet? Of course not. Did you know, for example, you can get a supermarket pizza, many of which are around about 600 to 700 calories, which may seem like an awful lot, but if you're having it as a treat every now and again, that is far better than 3,000 calories of Domino's or Pizza Hut. The point is, there's lower calorie alternatives to food that you love that you can incorporate into your diet to make it more comfortable. Now, there's loads of examples of this on my Instagram, so go check that out at Tom Newsham PT. Chucks a like, chucks a follow, and I'll see you on the gram. Now, point number 3 is to have a plan. Now, if you go into this without any kind of plan, you just don't know what you're going to have for tea the first night of your diet, you don't know what you're going to be doing in the gym for the first day, you're kind of setting yourself up for failure. So there are many, many plans that you can download for free online. However, they're not really personalized to you. You can have Arnold Schwarzenegger's bodybuilding plan and his diet, but really, if you're not into eating what he was into eating back in the 80s, or if you're not into bodybuilding, you just want to lose some weight, then chances are you probably aren't going to find success with that plan. What you need is a plan custom made for you, a very affordable price, which leads us in to today's sponsor. I say sponsor, but really it's my app. It really gives you a custom built workout plan that changes every 4 weeks, along with a meal plan. Gives you custom calorie goals, custom macro goals like your protein, fats and carbs, as well as progress tracking, so you can see how much weight you've lost, how much weight you've gained if that's your cup of tea as well, and also measurements, progress pictures. Now, it really is a total Swiss Army knife when it comes to losing weight. You can log on, have me as your personal coach, and we can make progress this year together. It's also got a calorie tracker, follow along workout plans, so you can stay on track no matter what. Now I know that was a little bit of a cheesy plug, however it does really work. I wouldn't have built this, I wouldn't have thrown my name behind it if I didn't really believe that that works. But you can ask anyone who's been successful in their weight loss journey. You need a plan. It's the reason why things like Slimming World and Weight Watchers are really successful for some people, because having structure, having a plan really does work. The issue is when it's not personalized. Now you could have the best generic plan in the entire world, but I guarantee at least 6 out of 10 people wouldn't be able to follow it because it hasn't been custom tuned to them. So go download the app, the link is in the description, sign up, have a PT in your pocket, it's going to help you every step of the way, and let's ensure that we make progress this year together. So point number 4 is getting enough sleep. Around about 7 to 9 hours is what you want to be aiming for. Now I realise this year, more than ever since becoming a father, that getting enough sleep is kind of difficult. Now there may be a few unavoidable things, such as a baby that needs feeding every 2 hours, which may halt your progress. However, there are many things that you can do in order to ensure that you do get a good night's sleep. Now, I'm a personal trainer, I'm not an expert on sleeping, so I've not done a whole lot of research on this, but here's a few common things people do which really prevent them from having a good night's sleep. Number 1, too much caffeine. If you're having your pre-workout, if you're having coffee, energy drink, anything like that past around about 3 or 4 o'clock, you will probably have a little bit of disturbed sleep. It may be that you do drop off straight away on a night, but your quality of sleep will not be as good, I can promise you that. Also, try and tire yourself out. Be active during the day. Try and get your steps in. Try and follow the advice in these videos. Make sure that you're working out, at least training at least 4 days a week and being active on your rest days. I guarantee you will be tired when it comes to bedtime and you will fall asleep. And finally, have a good nighttime routine. If you're laid in bed watching TV all the time and then you sort of like just fall asleep with the TV on, it's probably not going to be the best quality of sleep. You're probably going to wake up at least once to turn off the TV. So try and do something which is going to make you a little bit more tired before bed, like reading a book, talking to your partner, asking them about the day, for example. You can also take zinc and magnesium tablets. Doesn't really help me, but I've heard for some people it does really make a difference. So tip number 4, make sure you get a good night's sleep most nights. And before we move on to the final tip, I should probably say why. If you're tired, you're less likely to go to the gym, you're less likely to have the energy to actually work out, to exercise, and you're more likely to binge on low quality foods like sugar, high fat foods, and just really your cravings are going to be out of control. So don't do it to yourself, get a good night's sleep, and you'll probably find the process is a lot easier. Finally, just go for your 10,000 steps a day. Now I realise this might seem a lot to a lot of people. In fact, it is a lot of steps to do, especially if you've got an office job or if you're working from home. However, there's many ways to chip away at that step goal per day. Now this isn't what anybody wants to hear, but you could wake up half an hour earlier, go for a 15-minute walk in one direction, turn around 15 minutes on the way back, and you'll have chipped away about 3,000 to 4,000 steps depending on how fast you're walking. Now let's say you get another 1,000 or 2,000 at work while you're nipping to the shop, or maybe you're going to the toilet. Very quickly you'll find that it adds up, and then all you need to do is just get another 3,000 or 4,000 when you get home from work. And that's very achievable. Overall, if you were to knock out all your 10,000 steps in one go, it's about an hour and a half of walking. Which does sound like a lot, and don't get me wrong, it is, but you can definitely knock that out every single day. Now this is every single day, this isn't just on gym days or on rest days, no, this needs to be every day, and it really needs to be the exception to the rule if you don't do it. The reason being, you burn off more calories by getting these steps in, and it really might be about 250 to 300 calories, but if you're doing that every single day, it's really going to contribute towards your weight loss goals. Also contribute towards a good sleep, which we were talking about in point number 2, but it's also an incredible habit for you to take with you. And walking's also great for your mental health as well. We spend far too much time looking at the screen in front of us, making ourselves anxious and not really getting into nature and enjoying ourselves. So the long walks where you get 10, 15, maybe even 20,000 steps on a Saturday, for sure, they're great on a weekend. However, every single day needs to be around about 10,000 steps. Get out there, get active, and burn some calories. And that's it guys, thank you so much for watching. Remember, there are 5 more tips in the video down below, so go check that out. And one final tip, smash that like button to see more content, hit the subscribe button, and I'll see you guys in the next video. See ya!